Hello, my name is Stupidubins. Today I am going to mathematically determine the top 10 overall Pokemon type combinations. I recently did videos for the top 10 offensive and top 10 defensive type combinations. For this video, I took both the offensive and defensive rating and did a normalized average to get the overall rating for my final top 10. Share your predictions in the comments, and let's explore the top 10 results. At number 10, I have Ghost Fighting, which finished 12th overall on my offensive list and 31st overall on my defensive list. Pokemon that share this type are Marshadow and Annihilate. Annihilate is an S tier mon because of its ability to take hits and build up Rage Fist stacks and then at least hit for neutral damage with its ghost type stab. At number 9, I have Fairy Steel. This type finished 81st on my offensive list and 5th on my defensive list. Some notable Pokemon on this list are Magearna and Big Zacian. I talked about this in my defensive list video, but a big reason both of these are huge offensive threats is because of their ability to take hits, which allows them to get away with a middling offensive type combination. At number 8, I have Steel Flying. Steel Flying finished 73rd offensively and 2nd defensively. Both Corviknight and Skarmory have this type. Thus far, we've had S tier defensive type Pokemon with okay offensive types. Let's see if that trend continues. At number 7, I have Ghost Ground, which finished 13th offensively and 15th defensively. Some notable mons here are the Palossand line and the Golurk line. Both the Ghost and Ground types individually are probably the most well-rounded types in terms of offensive and defensive prowess. Both have a ton of immunities, and Ground is one of the best offensive types in the game, and Ghost hits most things for at least neutral, so this being on this list doesn't surprise me. At number 6, I have Steel Ghost. This type finished 66th offensively and 3rd defensively. The Pokemon with this type are Aegislash line and Golden Go. This is a perfect example of a well-rounded type because both of these mon can be played offensively and defensively for great effect. At number 5, I have Ground Fire. This type finished 4th offensively and 49th defensively. The Pokemon with this type are Primal Groudon and the Carnorupt line. This is probably the first on the list that I would disagree with. I found that Ground Fire is a top tier offensive type, but defensively being 4 times weak to water is probably unforgivable, but math is math, so it's number 5 on my list. At number 4, I have Fairy Ghost. Fairy Ghost is 45th offensively and 6th defensively. Pokemon with this type are Mimikyu and Fluttermane. Both of these are offensive Pokemon, but their ability to take hits with a top 3rd offensive type is really what sets them apart from others. At number 3, I have the only type on this list without a Pokemon, that type being Fairy Ground. That type ranked 5th offensively and 42nd defensively. If Game Freak ever added this type, it would automatically be a top tier mon. At number 2, I have Steel Ground. This type came in 7th offensively and 11th defensively. Pokemon with this type include Iron Treads and Excadrill. I really like this type because we can see both the top tier of the past in Excadrill and the top tier of the present, well, I guess future, in Iron Treads. Before I go on to my number 1, I want to shout out the worst type in the game in Mono Poison, and the worst type combination in the game in Bug Grass. So shout out Parasect. Finally, at number 1, I have Flying Ground. This type came in 3rd offensively and 24th defensively. Pokemon with this type are the Gliscor line, Landorus Theron, and Incarnate. This type being here does not surprise me in the least. Flying Ground is a perfectly designed type. Defensively, it is immune to the electric type that would normally hurt flying, and it is immune to one of the best offensive types in the game in Ground. Offensively, it threatens steel and rock types that want to come in on flyings, and threatens grass types that want to come in on grounds. So that's my list. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, make sure to subscribe, and I'll try to cook up something that is equally stupid but with math. Thanks and goodbye.